Welcome back everyone to Paleo Pines. You won't believe the effort that has gone into making this episode this morning just to arrive here in Dapplewood Forest with our Kentrosaurus friends. Um, to tame a Kentrosaurus we need a fragrant poppin, and you can see the little kind of purple flower at the top left where it says fragrant, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, fragrant, grand, we need to go talk to Pippin to get fragrant, and the wiki says, or Google says, you could, use ginger or lime. I think Pippin says that too. She's like, have you got something fragrant like ginger or lime? I was like, Grant, God's sake, I need to go find ginger. So I spent probably half an hour looking for some ginger, couldn't find any, and I was like, what else can I do? And the whole time we had truffles and we had blackberries in our inventory, and you can see just above blackberry, purple flower, just above truffle, purple flower. So I was running around like a blue arse fly looking for ginger when I didn't need to. Went to Pippin, she wasn't there the first day, fine. Went back the next day, wasn't there the second day. Third day, third time's the charm, found Pippin at the market and got our fragrant poppins. So that's what's happened this morning. It was kind of nice just playing the game and stuff. Just by myself, no recording and all that, just kind of doing the day-to-day stuff with our dinos, watering our crops, all that kind of jazz. But that's where we are now. And yeah, we're gonna tame one of these Kentrosaurus, and I like how they've kind of lined themselves up here. Um, and I mean, is it fate that you came to us, my friend? This one on the left is more rare. It's a rarer skin. But I kind of like the purple and the orange going on with this guy. Um, I'm not sure who we should go with. I'm not sure who we should go with. There's nothing to say we can't get two as well, you know. So I think I'll go with my gut instinct. Oh, we don't know the friend call. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. That's purple. God damn it. Okay, let's try again. Let's see. One. So we have the first four. First four is medium yellow, blue, medium red, or is it large yellow? Probably large yellow. No, it's definitely medium. Okay, medium, small, medium, small. Okay, that's the first four. Medium, medium, small, small. Okay. Okay. Blue, yellow, medium, small, small, right? Okay, so... Alright, okay, we'll take that. That was really hard. The way it came in fours, I couldn't really distinguish in real time which came first. So like the yellow and the red, and to my eyes, overlapped a little bit, so I found that really, really difficult. But let's try befriend. I don't know. Try. Let's see. It might be too early here. Might get too excited and bolt. Let's see. Okay. They do like fragrant, don't they? They definitely like fragrant. See, I was looking at the Stegosaurus as well, and the Stegosaurus does earthy, I think, and the Kentrosaurus does fragrant. Um, oh, okay. No, I was right. Okay, Kentrosaurus likes fragrant. Very good. Now, something I always fail to consider is what we're going to name this dino. Um, there is a dino in Camp Cretaceous. He is a Kentrosaurus, and I can't remember what they call him. I think it's Kevin, to be honest. um, leave it with me. I'm going to have a bit of a think, and I'll meet you back in a few minutes. Okay, I had a bit of a think, and do we go funny? Do we go family related? It's kind of thinking like something to do with the spikes and stuff. But I think since he's a Kentrosaurus, we're just gonna call him Clark Kent. Um, the new Superman's coming out soon, and why not? So two crops need watering. Come in here to the Dapplewood. No. Okay. Oh, we probably have to journal them first, right? Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay. So Clark Kent doesn't have a pen or anything like that, but let's see here. Dapplewood, yes. Okay. So as I said, Fragrant eats a decent amount of food. He is a herd animal, unfortunately. At the moment, we don't have enough for him. What kind of? He does like Dapplewood though, right? That's his kind of favorite pen area. 25 meters squared. So this is why I went with the Kentrosaurus instead of the Stegosaurus. Is the Stegosaurus needs 50 meters squared just for itself. Um, Kentrosaurus is half that, so it makes it a little bit easier on our farm and stuff. The reason we wanted a Stegosaurus or a Kentrosaurus is for this reason: the slasher, which means they can tear down bushes. The kind of orange bushes on our farm that give us fiber. We need a slasher. So we have a crusher, we have a smasher. That's probably not right. A stomper, sorry, a stomper. So we have a smasher, we have a stomper, and now we also have a slasher. So everything we need to clear our farm. That's exactly what we need. Um, Sighted in the Dapplewood Forest, but does it not tell me what kind of pen they like? I thought it did somewhere. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. Um, Cloudy sunset, very good. Needs a large stream zone. We picked one of those up on our way. Um, I could have sworn it told you what kind of biome they like. Yeah, see biome here, but that's not their preferred biome. Back here, skills. Yeah, I must be going crazy. The point is, anyway, I believe, right? Athena's pen is... Oh, it's valley. I thought it was forest. That's ranch, that's valley, that's valley. Okay, maybe I told you guys a lie. What I was going to say is that we could get a pack going here. 89 meters squared. Put the Clark Kent, the Kentrosaurus in with the Styrocosauruses at the moment. But it's a different biome. So maybe we're just going to have to do that anyway for now. Um, that's just going to have to be a thing, I guess. Follow me. Right, Lucky. Let's go. So, I imagine this guy's going to take... He's not too slow. He's not too slow. But, in the essence of time, I would like to cut to when we're back at the farm. So, I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so, we are home, and Clark Kent has been put in with the Styras. I think these trees threw me off, so in my head this was, like a forest and the kind of dark floor. But the Styras come from the valley, so of course they're from the valley. So Clark Kent is going to stay here for a little while. Just while we were off camera, I topped up on herbivore food because we were getting a little bit low, as you can see here. Just makes it easier to keep on top of things when we have a bit of money. At the start of the video, I mentioned a few things, like what happened off camera. There was a bit of a hullabaloo with the farm that you guys missed, but that's why our money is so high, is some crops were harvested and sold. So, this pen is massive, right? And I don't like where it currently is. We talked about it in the last episode about moving the farm over there, stuff like that. So, let's have a look-see. I might actually just put Clark Kent in here, rather than up there. What we do need is a Dreamstone. And Freyuk is dying here with stamina. Storage, bang, bang, bang. A large Dreamstone. Let's get rid of some of this tat. Pumpkin seed, that's right. So I one of the days I missed watering, so that's why we have a pumpkin seed there, is the crop failed. Large dream zone. We're fine for now with the trough, I'm sure. Um, we will just need to keep an eye on it because these guys will eat here very quickly. And let's see. I don't want to move it either, straight away. So I'll just put it here for now. And that gives the Styros, we're not disturbing the Styros. Like Clark Kent already looks too big for this area, So let's sort that out. No. Look at the friend call though. Like I can't believe I was able to do that. My mind honestly melted. My mind honestly melted when it came up on screen. Like it just hit so fast. I wasn't able for it. Okay, Clark Kent. So you can stay here for now, buddy. Fury is unhappy. Fury, man, what are you doing to me? Fury. He's probably unhappy because he doesn't like that there's too many. See, he's a pack animal, not a herd animal. And I think... Yeah, so herd... So that's why I was thinking of putting Clark Kent with the Styros. Is the pack idea. Herd versus pack and all that kind of stuff. So we'll undo what I just did. Right, we're back. Bit of a hullabaloo. I don't know how much of it you've seen. We put Clark Kent with the Styros. It looked a bit crowded, so I brought him down to Fury because his pen is much larger. Fury was unhappy, I think, because... Let's just check. 50 meters squared, and Fury's pen is 78, so we probably ran out of space between Lucky, Fury, and Kent. We probably ran out of space, but also Fury is a pack. He's a pack animal, not a herd animal. So we had too little space and too many dinosaurs in the one pen, and that set Fury off. So backing over. Clark Kent can stay here for a while we sort out his pen. And now the next thing is to go and get a second Ankylosaurus. So in the last episode we talked about we've two Styros, so we can alternate their saddles to break the rocks over here. We only have one Ankylosaurus to break the logs, so we need two to be able to swap in and out. So I think that's what we're going to go do now. Hop on Lucky. We probably don't have our... Yeah, that's right. We need to get our Poppins. So let's see here. Storage. Get rid of you. And... Ooh, I actually forget. I think it's spicy. Let's just check that. Ankylosaurus. Crunchy. Okay. You're Crunchy Poppins. Yes, you are. Okay. So, do we need anything else? I don't think we do. We have enough Dreamstones. We have a trough should we need it. And everything else is tickety-boo. Okay, guys. So, I'll speak to you a few when we're over at the Ankylosaurus and we'll try to get another tame going. I'll speak to you then. Okay, we're back. I think we're going to go with this green one, just because I want to kind of try keep the dinos identifiable. So if we go with this guy again, we'll have essentially two Furies. So let's get this guy's attention. And hopefully it isn't such a nightmare to tame this time. Okay, so it actually tells us the friend call this time, thank God. Okay, and again. Okay, lovely. Oh, we're just in the range. I didn't bring any food to get this guy up. So, Crunchy, yep. Hopefully, we might need two, but let's see. Lovely. And to keep on theme, I did think about this one. We are going to call this one Sherman. Since Fury is named after a tank, Fury. This guy's green. Keeping on theme with the tank, we'll call this guy Sherman. So cool. Loads of work done today. We got two big dinosaurs. You know, they're not even small ones. They're big guys. So actually, let's make sure Sherman follows us. I'm sure he will, but just in case. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go. Hopefully. Yes, he's coming. So something I was thinking about as well with the farm space versus taming, you know, uncommon or common skin dinosaurs. One, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I'm not too pushed about, you know, getting the rarest kind of skin going. If it comes up, of course, if we see, you know, a pale Ceratosaurus, we're gonna go after it, or albino even, because that's cool, you know. But if it comes down to it, these kind of dinosaurs like Fury, I suppose Fury's our first, so we maybe keep a hold of Fury. But like Sherman here, for example, you know, it's not named after one of my pets. We've tamed this guy because we need a hand with jobs around the farm, you know. So if push comes to shove, we could maybe get rid of Sherman or Clark Kent up there, you know. Um, I don't I don't want to do that, but you know, if push comes to shove, if we see like a black T-Rex, super rare kind of skin, we don't have enough room, then you know maybe one of the Ankylosauruses need to go, for example. This is your home, but we're talking, you know, we've only just got this man in our house and we're talking about getting rid of him, so um, that's nice. They seem to be getting on. I thought they were actually going to headbutt. Um, what we need to do now is get a new small temporary pen for Lucky, because it's upsetting Fury, and if Fury's upset, it means Sherman's upset. Where's that trough? There it is, and we have a Dream Stone that we can take. Okay. So what to do? What to do? This is probably the smartest thing right now. We don't have a gate, right? So that's an issue we need to resolve. Just in the interest of time, we're going to throw Lucky in this corner. Just because we're low on gates and our fences, sorry. And it is only temporary, as I said, so hopefully this will be enough. We need to go to the shop anyway, so it won't be the end of the world. Get rid of this. Really? You're not going to do it for me? That'll do. And then a Dreamstone. I wonder, is there a way to train us, you know, with the stamina? You know, we only have X amount of stamina. I wonder if that affects us. You know, it's probably, where it comes into it, I would imagine, is the cooking and stuff like that, the recipes. And eventually, I don't know if it's possible, but eventually I would like to get a cooking pot on the go in this area and start using our crops to make food for Freyok. Let's see, we definitely don't have a gate. Okay. Look, these things happen, temporary fixes, you know, we'll sort it first thing in the morning. And it's raining, so that saves us a good bit of time with watering crops and all that kind of jazz. So, Lucky's happy. Oh, that's good. We'll fly out the gate. So, just to save time, guys, I'm just going to cut it here. I'm going to go buy a gate, maybe pick up some more herbivore food, and I'll meet you back here at the farm. Okay, we're back. Just while I drop this in here, that's good to go. Just very quickly, because knowing me, I'll probably forget. No, Lucky, I know it's, yeah, I know it's small. Why is she unhappy? That's probably too small for her. Lucky's pen. Has food. Of course, Lucky. Of course. Right, let me sort that right now. So, just before we do that, you can see here I bought pampas grass. So Carlin sells pampas grass, and why do we want that? It's used to repair the pond up. Let's see, where is it? I think it's up in this area. Um, there's a pond that needs to be repaired, basically, and you need 14 pampas grass in total to repair that. We didn't have enough money, so I just got 6. Um, and I suppose every time we see it in the shop, we will buy it. So let's see now, is Lucky a little bit happier? She's still unhappy. It's not enough space. She's a loner, but doesn't have enough space. But it doesn't tell us either, do you know? Like, how much space does Lucky need? It doesn't say it anywhere. So, like, how am I supposed to get that right, you know? Look, I'm gonna go Google that just so we know. Make a note of it. Because unless I'm missing something, guys, I can't see where it tells us. Unless Lucky's a friend. No. Okay, look, leave it with me. I'll figure out how much space Lucky needs, and then we'll be right back. Okay, everything is better. Lucky is happy. She has food, she has a dreamstone, and I put this dog leg on the pen because Lucky needs 25 meters squared. So Lucky's pen, she's 26, and she is now happy, I believe. Happy helper. So she needs 25 meters squared, much like the styras. But it doesn't say that, you know. That's why I was confused. So let's check out the other guys. Benji's pen, everyone should be happy. They all have food, everything's clean, you know. We haven't touched that pen, so of course that makes sense. Lucky's pen is the new one. Fury's pen. So he's an unhappy helper, and so is Sherman. But they have everything they need. So that's interesting. Maybe it's just residual sadness. Like, I don't think the Ankylosaurus isn't a loner, it's a pack animal. So these guys should be happy out. Unless it's too small. It's 50 meters squared they need, and we've only given them 78. That's what the issue is. Okay, we'll get on that right away. But more importantly, poor old Clark Kent didn't have a good night's sleep last night because he's no Dreamstone. So let's sort out Clark Kent right now. Grab a Dreamstone very quickly. Storage. Large Dreamstone, and away we go. See how quickly it can fall out of disrepair, you know, like the last couple episodes. Like, everyone's been happy, there's been no issues. You know, we kind of got into a rhythm with things, and, you know, the introduction of 2 dinos has just thrown that, so... Let's throw that there. Now, Clark Kent is happy. And I suppose, like, why do we care, you know? Like, well, it's for the helper purposes. We need Clark Kent to become a helper as soon as possible. We need Sherman to become a helper as soon as possible, you know? So that's why we care. I care because, you know, I want to be a good person. And I want my little dinosaurs to be happy and healthy. But it is also a game mechanic, so we need to consider that when we're doing this, you know? I'm really intrigued to see. Just... So we can do that. That's mad. Okay, so it's just around the path. It's just here that we can't do the stuff. So if I do this, just bear with me. Why is that now? I don't understand why that can't work. But anyway, you know, what we're trying to do here, guys, is expand the space as much as possible without using fences, because we have very few fences at the moment. So you can see that by doubling up, actually, we need that. So it worked for me that time. Mad, like, okay, I don't know, but if it works, it works. You know, so by doing this, by doubling up on our fences here, we're expanding the space, but only, you know, we're only using 1 or 2 extra fences to do so. because I think from buying the pampas grass, we're actually quite tight on money now. Um, this might need to stay there. We'll see. I'm not a fan of this pen whatsoever. Like, you can see it's blocking here and everything, but it really just is an ends, like an ends, a mean to an end, you know. So these guys should be happy now, hopefully. 2 dinos need attention. No prizes for guessing who. Fury. So we're 90 meters. Oh, 10 more meters. Okay. Okay, we'll do this very quickly. This should definitely help. There we go. It's obviously not 10 extra meters, but every little helps. So 93, so we need 7 more meters. I honestly don't care about this path. And Lucky's in the way, of course. Come on, love, please. Okay, there we go. And this should be enough. I think that's 1 by 6, maybe 1 by 7. I wasn't counting, to be honest. Surely we're nearly there. It's probably 1 meter squared off. 2 meters squared, fair enough. Yeah, that's what's killing us. It's kind of cheating a little bit, but we'll be fixing it soon. Right, Sherman is happy. Fury is happy. They're about to be not happy because I need to move their trough. We'll put it in here. Now, bang, over the bar. 2 dreamstones, everybody has food, everybody has space. So everybody's happy. Yes, right. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm glad they're getting on. I've seen a thing just thinking of the 2 ankylosaurus. You know, they are herd animals. So if we come in here, they're sorry, no, they're not. I told you a lie. They're pack. You know, so they should be with another, you know, co-inhabitant. And I seen a thing. I forget which country it is, but it's actually, I think it's Switzerland. It's illegal to adopt a single guinea pig in this country if it is Switzerland, because they get lonely. So if you want to have guinea pigs, you have to have at least 2, which I think is really sweet. You know, it's like a lot of families, at least in my experience, they get guinea pigs because it's the child's first pet, you know, so they might be around 10 years old or whatever, and their first pet is generally a hamster or a fish, you know, a couple of fish, whatever. Or, you know, from what I've seen, guinea pigs. You know, a few of my cousins and stuff had guinea pigs growing up. And now that I think of it, I never seen a guinea pig just by itself, like via family or friends, which is really nice. Because it must obviously really affect them, you know. So I appreciate that, and that's like our guys here. Is Fury seems to be a lot happier, just from like he was in with Lucky, but he wasn't interacting with Lucky, you know. So our 2 guys here seem pretty happy, which is nice. I suppose what I will do now, I think, is a little montage at the end of us working on our farm. So the whole purpose of this episode, really, other than being in this bloody journal, I think you've seen more of this journal, this episode, than the actual dinosaurs. But the purpose of this episode was to get a slasher to take down these fiber bushes, and another stomper to get rid of the logs. So what I'm going to do now, since we're waiting for Clark Kent and Sherman to become happy helpers, we're going to take Fury, we are going to take Athena and Hades, and we're going to knock out some of the farm and expand. And we'll leave it there. So, yeah, let's get to it. I'll speak to you in a few. So, we've cleared out some logs. We've cleared out some rocks. I think now it's just a case of rinse and repeat. We didn't obviously get to tear down any of the bushes because Clark Kent isn't ready yet, but he'll be ready soon. Everyone's fed, everyone's happy, we've sang to everyone, and we've given everyone a love. So I think that's a good place to leave it. On behalf of Lucky and I, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.